I know. The financial pressure is real around here. Sometimes you just want to take a boxing bag and just knock it off the hinges. But welcome to Recreated Minds. You locked in with C Silver, where the heat stays on and the truth stay real. But let's talk about it. So I called myself going to the gas station yesterday to purchase some fuel. Now, me specifically, I have a car that uses 93 gas. So when I pull up to the gas pump and I notice the price tag on the gas, I could do nothing but shake my head because this is ridiculous. So I pulled out the parking lot. I went to another gas station. Actually, I went to two other gas stations. Barely a noticeable difference. These prices are outrageous. And it's not just gas. It's fuel. It's food. It's rent. Utility. They got to sneak something in there too. And people are under pressure like never before. This is something that's happening nationwide. Yeah, we can go into the things that's causing this. But what good does it do? Because there's multiple things that's causing this. Starting with the CO19 word. But, that's either here or there. The question is to my people is, what are we going to do about it? Something got to be figured out, because if it doesn't, you getting ready to experience and see a total collapse of what we as American people are familiar with, called having an abundance of resources. Being able to go into the store and the shelf is completely packed with what you need for a reasonable price, of course. But now we in a time zone right now where everything is just so high, everything's so inflated to where, man, you have to really budget right now, especially if you live by yourself, which we know most people right now, because of the culture, the times we're living in, that's kind of the trend. Everybody's doing their solo thing, their Batman and Wonder Woman thing. So it's just getting outrageous. It's something that I'm seeing. I'm not sure if you guys are paying attention to it, but I tell you who's gonna pay attention to it: your wallet, your purse, your bank account, because it's getting worse and worse by the week. You know what I'm saying? It's actually, the inflation is the pressure is there. The pressure is there. It feels like a crusher is coming from the top, and it's just coming down on you, coming down on you. It's getting more and more pressurized on you financially, and you can feel it. I'm a little afraid of the direction that we're going as a nation. I'm not sure if this is worldwide, but here in America, this is real. And because we don't have the family structure, and because we don't have the help or the assistance that we should have, people are really starting to feel this like never before. People are taking, what is that called when you take is it a firm where you can just use that to pay for trips, or you can use that to pay for certain goods and all that? And then you got people using apps where they pay half of their rent here, and then the other half maybe the next week or the week after, which, hey, I have no problem with that. That's actually smart. But the fact is, more and more people are having to do this because of the pressure. And it's an untold and untalked about situation that's going on, to where people are not acknowledging that the pressure is like never before. Never before have we seen prices of gas, goods, household items. Never before have we seen it this expensive. This is the first time in American history where gas, especially the area that I'm in, I live outside of Memphis, Tennessee, but I come to Memphis to do my shopping, get my fuel, such and such, all that kind of stuff. Never before have I seen it in Memphis this bad. Never. Because I grew up in a time where gas, and I can remember this like it was yesterday. I may have been small, but I remember seeing these prices. The gas was about I said $1 and like maybe like 95 cents, $1.80. I'm talking about the good days where $10 can get you through the whole week, going to work, making your running your errands, making your stops and stuff like that. The good times, and not to mention the interest rates were very low too on your cars, your houses. The housing market, oh my goodness, it's insane. Yeah, you can still buy a house, sure. But you better be ready to buy two houses because they're gonna put a house on top of a house when they're done with their price. And that's just more to add on with the inflation. What we're seeing is the beginning of a total collapse of a civilization. If you take it back thousands of years ago to the Roman Empire, the Roman Empire didn't collapse because they were conquered. They collapsed because they fell on the inside. They fell financially, economically from the inside. And then like a domino effect, everything took shape. You go back and do the research, the same thing that happened to earlier civilizations is the same thing that's happening to America right now as we speak. Literally happening right now in real time. So to my people, to the people who have an open ear to common sense, to people who take heed to warning, prep yourself. If you can, buy you some canned goods. If you can, stock up on your water bottles. Buy things like filter systems that can help filter water and things like that. I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm not trying to intimidate you. But from the looks of things, the way this stuff is going, something's big is getting ready to happen. Something's getting ready to take place and take form like never before. And I don't know if the American people are going to be ready for it. I just don't see evidence that people are really adapting or considering what we're dealing with. And you're free to still live life as usual. But when that catch you with your pants down, you can't depend on people to come to your rescue because you had time to prep, get ready, and get yourself prepared for what's to come. I'm not a survivalist specialist or anything like that. I'm just a common working man, doing my best to make ends meet, doing my best to take care of myself, take care of my family, and be there for people who I can be there for. But like they always say, it's gonna take a village for what we getting ready to experience. We damn near gonna have to go back into the tribal mindset, the village mindset, because things are getting so bad to where the average man, the average woman, you making anywhere from $50,000 to $70,000. Unless you tight on money, and I mean tight. I'm talking about you buying, if you at Walmart, you buying the Walmart brand items, great value items. If you ain't shopping like that, you in for a big surprise. This is serious, people. It's happening. And from my sources, the next 2, 3, 4 months, because of the war was going on in Iran, because of the blockades and those things, we're getting ready to experience a period of scarcity. We've previously experienced a period of abundance, resources everywhere, the land of milk and honey. But that kingdom is coming to an end. And unfortunately, we don't want to see it go, but it has to happen according to the Bible. I'm just saying. So if this is to be, if this is to come, why not prep for it? Why not get yourself together? Why not put yourself in a position to last as long as possible, to outlast your competition, to be ready so that your suffering can be minimized. You don't want to see your family suffer. So the best thing to do is make preparation for what's to come. The evidence is all around us, people. There's no denying what we're seeing. Sure, you can be an ostrich, go stick your head in the sand and pretend like ain't nothing happening. But at the end of the day, your ass gonna be the one have to pay for it. You can't run from it. You can't ignore it forever. So why not just adapt to it? There's no need to fear it. Just understand the situation and move accordingly. So do it. Like, it's happening, you know? So this video is not meant to scare people. I'm bringing awareness to the market. I'm bringing awareness to economically what we're seeing. This ain't normal. This is unheard of. I don't know if it's market manipulation. We don't know. The elites have always had their agendas. They've always, thought ahead of the flock or ahead of the herd. So we don't know what they have in store. But whatever they're doing, just understand something. The rich people, the people who got money sitting on millions and billions of dollars, they don't consider themselves like me and you. They don't consider themselves a part of the herd. That's why they're called the elite. That's a separation of people. That's a certain class of people who are void of what we're getting ready to experience. Because now you can chalk this up to conspiracy, but a lot of what we're experiencing is being caused by the elite. It's a agenda, or it's a vision that a certain group of people have, something they're trying to bring into reality. Don't take my word for it. This is just me talking. This is what, from my research, how I see it from my experience, what I've seen behind the scenes with things. Something is getting ready to happen. So buckle down, people. It's not gonna be a pretty road. It's gonna be quite challenging. It's gonna be, I just say this. There's no better time for family. There's no better time for unity. There's no better time to put your differences aside and quit bickering amongst one another. It's no better time. Because when the pressure hits your ass, and it will, when it does, you're going to wish you had somebody to have your back, that was in your corner, that can support you, that can watch your six. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have that. You need it now. Don't wait. Repair your bonds with your family. Repair your bonds with your so-called friends, the ones that you can trust, the ones that actually treat you like blood, your brother or your sister from another mother. Those types, the people you grew up with, they know your ways. Repair your bonds with them. Now is not the time for isolation. The movie, The Planet of the Apes, there's a scene where the monkey Caesar, he was talking to his herd of people, his herd of monkeys, and he told them, together apes strong, divided apes weak. You can be easily conquered and manipulated when you are divided. The name of the game in war is called divide and conquer. It is literally a war strategy. Get your bonds together, y'all. Repair that because we got a lot coming. We just got to get it together. Forget the differences. Now is not the time for all that bickering and arguing amongst one another. But from my mic to your mind, see Sizzle. Until next time.